My gosh, what an absolutely incredible return of Danmachi. These two episodes were freaking fire, dude. I was really hurt that Danmachi was taking a break, but coming back with this, holy crap, they've been cooking. They've been cooking. But no, pretty much everything that Hermes and Loki has been cooking in the background, coming to the forefront. There's like a side of me that's almost like they almost doomed themselves by not letting Loki be involved with the war games. It's like they said, Loki, you can't be a part of it. So instead, he just goes around and freaking just gets everybody else involved. Like, I can't be a part of it. I'll get literally everybody else involved. I'm going to cook up a whole bunch of stuff. And again, Hermes getting Astria involved, which I don't think we've ever implied Astria's presence in this area. Like, it seems like everything that was around Ryu and her backstory was like, it just showed the familia, but it never showed her, I don't think. So there was a side of me that was almost like, I don't know if they skipped stuff or I missed something, but like, I didn't even recognize Astria. So when they brought her into the picture, like, yeah, I guess that's technically their goddess. And okay, now that apparently she's not been involved for a long time, and Hermes kind of poked the bear, I guess, and got her involved, and Ryu's now like super OP. Like, Ryu's appearance in this was like, holy crap. But yes, we got Lily's jumping into the battle. We got Anya gets involved now. Like, what else? What else? Oh yeah, by the way, Hedden finally betrays them. That was something that I had been seeing coming from a mile away. I didn't really think that was going to be what Belle was telling Lily, because I remember when Belle confronted Lily and said, I think something's coming, I thought he was going to bring up the fact that, yes, technically Freya can change her appearance and she might hide somewhere else while somebody is taking her position. I thought that was going to be the thing that he's kind of pointing out there, the trick. But no, it's just that, hey, I think Hedden's going to turn on him. Sure enough, and absolutely just pisses off the healers so freaking much by betraying them. But my gosh, where do we start? Let's just kick off from the beginning. Starting out the whole thing with, yes, they're finally going on the offense. It seems like Freya is just sick of this crap. She's like, just finish it already. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of Syr getting involved with everything and messing things up. No, I hate that how Horn mirrors me, which I don't think they've ever implied that before. She detests how Horn mirrors into her life. Which, yeah, I can understand that now, because it seems like everything right now is sort of, all the things that are going against Freya right now is caused by what Horn has been doing. And so I can see her not liking what Horn has been doing. And I think this is a little bit of implying that she knows sort of what Horn's doing as Syr, like being locked up over here, which she's going to know what's going on with that because they're going to inform her on what she's doing. But she's not liking what that is doing to go against her. So she decides to go on the offense, sending them out there, taking out a lot of gods and goddesses. Hestia's having to run and hide. Takami Kazuchi, he was doing really good for a while there, but it wasn't going to work out. Eventually, it all leads into, yes, Daphne and Cassandra's are kind of holding the line. And then, yes, eventually, the gale wins. The winds blow in their favor. Finally, that whole thing comes up. Cassandra's little thing there, the winds will blow in our favor. And that's the appearance of Ryu, which, my gosh, holy crap, Ryu just got a massive, massive level up, which makes sense. And again, this goes back to where I never really knew what happened with Astria. And so this is sort of like me forgetting things or possibly skimp content. I'm sure the light novel readers can clue me in on that one, but I don't remember them ever showing Astria before, so I never really kind of clued into what's going on with her. And so what it's kind of implying here is that, yes, Ryu, because of everything that she's gone through, which implies that Ryu has never really been confronting Astria. Yeah, Ryu has leveled up. She's double ranked. They imply that she got 2 extra levels. I don't know if that's true. They're implying that, but they're thinking possibly 2. It could be more. He's saying that she's level 6 stronger. So at least 2 levels. And again, that makes sense because of everything they went through, especially with Belle and her in the previous season. She got leveled up. She's been through some stuff. Not only that, but getting into her basically inheriting the skills of her fallen comrades. It implies the idea that she has a special skill where she can inherit that stuff. And so she's basically brought upon herself the skills of all of her comrades, which, yes, includes Elisa's abilities, which is, honestly, when they first showed that, I was like, that's actually very good for her. Again, Ryu, Gale, Wind. This is a wind user, and then you add fire upon her. The assumption is that they're wind and fire, that it's going to be a fuel. And so if Ryu can use that ability, I mean, she's using it really well, but she's not, a master at it. He's even showing, like, yeah, you got it, but you're not a master of it. But yes, technically the two of them sort of accent each other. So if Ryu does figure out how to use this really well, she's going to get massively OP. I mean, she's already seemingly really strong right now, but it's enough for her to take on Danmachi and take him down. But that was super cool. Like, to the point where everybody's like coming up there going, we all have to work together. Like, one, yes, Freya wants this done. There's no duels here. We're supposed to win. She gave the order. Stop trying to make this honorable fight thing. We got to finish her. And so, yeah, Ryu just completely decimates all of them. It was a nice return. I will say, like, everything that happened with Ryu in this episode and her coming back, being super freaking OP, destroying stuff, tying it in with her whole comrades. To be truthful, in people that actually watched my coverage of the previous season, I wasn't too much of a fan of that story. I just think like the way that they brought Ryu's character, her backstory into the mix, and then just kind of goes, oh, here's her previous comrades. They were all friends, right? Oh, here's these random scenes about people that we know are dead at this point, and they all went out here and they all got killed. Don't you feel bad for them because they were super friends? It didn't connect to me. And I think that was a lot to do with the fact that it was just such a quickly told story, and I already knew they were dead, that I never really made a connection to them. It didn't feel like I got much emotion out of that whole situation, and I think it's a lot to do with how it was told, at least in an anime format. But here, it hit more. Like, I think the way this was all told had a lot more impact than that entire segment. And so this was like a huge boost for me in my love for Ryu's character. Ryu's a fine character. I've just never really been like strongly connected to her. I think that was quite a bit in the end of the last season that I started connecting with her quite a bit. I just think that her fight with Belle in the dungeon was super good. But I'd never really been like bonded with that character. And this whole segment right here just... Ryu, my like for Ryu just bumped up quite a bit, which is kind of funny because I just did my best girl of the season tier list, and it's like, yeah, Ryu's up there, but not like really high. I think she just bumped up. She just bumped up for me. This was way cool. Her kicking butt in this whole segment was super good. And again, I think with her having that ability, once she masters it, my assumption again, if this world sort of plays the same as other worlds, wind usually accents fire. And if she can really get the two of them together, making flame tornadoes and stuff, she pretty much made a flame tornado. If she can really master that ability, she can be insane. But again, really cool stuff. All the stuff that she did here, going out her journey, finding Astria, getting that rank up, inheriting those abilities. I'll be curious if they get into other abilities that she used. I'm pretty sure the heal that she used, I don't know. I can't remember if she's ever had a healing ability. So my assumption is that possibly the healing ability was from one of her comrades. That's insane, by the way. Now that I think about it, that's really insane. Like, it is tragic because it requires her comrades to fall, but Ryu has every ability of every comrade that she has. Like, that's insane. It requires her to see the death of many people, unless they imply the idea at some point that she can get those abilities at their death. Everything here implies they fall, they die, that she can get their abilities. It's pretty crazy. But it also implied the fact that she had to have the Iker as serving as a mediator in order to get her abilities and her brand of justice. I don't know. I'm sure there's probably more details in the novel, or maybe they'll get into it later, but it seems pretty crazy. So, and it was cool to see that Danmachi apparently really did look up to Elise as well. And so being defeated by Ryu using her abilities, probably a little bit of a spit in the face, but it was super cool. That whole segment, again, Ryu coming back, super freaking cool. Hype levels through the roof. But it ends it on a very, very interesting note that finally, again, has been pretty much hinting at this for quite a while. Hedden finally makes his move. Hedden finally makes his move. And I think Lily was kind of noting that too just before it happens, was like, why is Hedden in the back line? Why is he at the rear guard? Why is he over there? And I think Lily picked up on it right there because, again, Belle told her, I think Hedden might assist us. And again, this goes into what I've been predicting, and I think it's pretty obvious for most people. Hedden is going to go the route, just like Horn did, that he sees that Freya is hurting, that Freya is going down a very dark path, and this is going to be his way of saving Freya and helping Freya, is to stop her. This is not what she's doing right now is not good. And so his way of helping her, just like Horn, is to stop them here. And so, yes, even though girl over there trying to heal everybody up and get them back in the fight, nope. Lightning zaps them all down, takes them all out, ticks her off. She's like, you're betraying us. He's like, nope, I'm doing exactly what I need to do. And he even turns to Freya. She's like over there distraught about this. He's like, yeah, I don't expect you to forgive me. I'm just doing what I need to uphold my loyalty. This is something that I feel I need to do. Like, he's accepting that she will banish him, but it's his love for her that he needs to make sure to stop her. It's just like the whole idea of, like, if Freya is walking towards a cliff and she's about to walk off that cliff and she says, if anybody stops me, I will banish you. I will never, ever show you love again. He's obviously going to stop her. He's going to stop her. Even if she kicks him out, he will have stopped her from jumping off that cliff. Everybody else is going to go, yes, we love you, Freya. Please walk off that cliff. We don't like it, but we're going to let you do it because you told us to do it. He's going to stop her. Even if it means that I have to be pushed out that door. That's Hedon's mindset here. And so it makes sense that he's going to do this. I'll be curious if when the dust settles, if he'll still be at her side. I think he'll still be at her side. I think she's going to have, obviously, a very rude awakening after this whole situation. I mean, even Mia's getting involved. Mia's getting involved too. It's just everybody knows this is not the path to go down. So this, again, super crazy stuff. But yes, that's when we get the next appearance of somebody great that I've been waiting for a long time, and that's Anya. Anya finally showed up to the battlefield, and she used some crazy abilities too. But no, apparently at some point, again, this is all part of Loki's thing. Loki sent the wolf boy to go pick her up, Beta, and drag her out. She's like, you're having me infiltrate Freya's home while she's off on the battlefield. I can't do that. She's like sitting there biting on him, clawing his face, dragging her all the way down there to where she can, see Horn mirroring Syr, asking for forgiveness and asking for help. And that's what encouraged her to get involved. Apparently, again, they did that with Mia as well, which I thought was interesting too. Loki went to Mia directly and told her, look, you got to help me out. She's like, no, I made an agreement that once she finds her Ord, I will not get involved. And I'm not going to get involved. She says you never seen her when I first met her. When I first met Freya, she was in the middle of a flower field crying. And now, if I were to go in there and punch her, I'd be too afraid that she'd finally break. I don't want her to break. And yeah, Loki's like, dude, she's already lost it, dude. You don't understand. This chick already lost it. She's gone. She's already past that. She's already past that. But she's like, no, I'm not going to get involved unless she asks me for help. Click. Loki's like, got it. Come with me. Come look at her. Come look at Syr. And now, yes, Mia also implied that, yes, that Syr is her true form. Syr is her true self. That was the interesting thing in that conversation. It wasn't that Freya was broken. It wasn't that I told her that I wouldn't get involved. It was the fact that, yes, one, that she was alone, she was afraid, and she's over here broken. But additionally, that Syr represents who she truly is at heart. I can't go swing at her. It'll break her. That's her real self. That was what was interesting. And again, that technically does play into what I figured this was all going to go in the direction of. That this is really her true self. I don't know if it was in the previous episodes or I know it was here recently. I made this theory that possibly Freya is something else she created to be strong, and Syr has always been her true self. That it's always trying to make us believe that she made Syr to be this person that she uses to mingle with the people. But no, that's her real self. This has always been her real self. She's actually always been this way. And so it will make it easier to understand how the two of them will eventually come together. It's really cool. But yeah, Anya goes out there. She starts going crazy. Apparently, they start handing out all these little enchantments, which I think the magical item itself was supposed to protect them from the debuff. But yeah, apparently Anya has like this crazy roar. She meow. She does like this super meow and debuffs everybody, like even allies. Like it just be anybody that does not have one of those magic items, I believe, pretty much got debuffed. So everybody's, knocked down. Again, Mamma Mia, she goes off to fight Otoro, fighting him. That was great, seeing that whole fight going on there. She's super freaking strong. Get a little weaker for not fighting that much, but she's still strong as hell. That was interesting because it does really imply the idea. Obviously, she was the past captain, so she was probably somebody that trained Otoro. And so now it's basically like the master versus the apprentice here, taking each other on, which is very cool. She's just basically fighting Otoro with a shovel. I think she had a shovel. This chick fighting Otoro, like the strongest dude, with a freaking shovel, standing toe to toe with him too. But that all kind of triggers into like that later part there, where pretty much everybody gets involved. Like Hestia's over here, and she gets pretty much, noted by Nyach that, hey, we need to get involved now. Like basically the fight itself has turned from the war game where it's all about strategy and sitting one side or the other. And then at some point, Freya going on offense, and then all the gods and goddesses having to hide because once they're out, their team's out. Now it's to this point now where everybody's fighting to the end. Like whoever is on the battlefield fighting each other rather than going for the gods and goddesses. And so the way in order to help is we got to get that front line and basically level them up. Like go around and do their rituals so they can level everybody up because they're getting boosted right now. Now, it doesn't make much sense to this point right now because, yeah, pretty much everybody is down. Like we have like Vana and Otoro. I think Vana and Otoro is the only ones that are still standing right now, unless I'm forgetting somebody else. Like they took down all the brothers. They took down Hedon's on their side at this point. The healer's down. Like everybody's down, so I'm not sure exactly how Hestia will aid them. Unless the idea is to get up there and possibly boost up Belle at some point. I think it's just really to have her there at the final battle. I don't think that she's going to really be able to boost much and help anybody out. But yeah, I forgot. But yeah, Ryu did get up there and is healing Belle. And then at some point, before they go back into the battle, she decides to finally confess. I like you too, romantically. And like another one, hey, Belle, by the way, hey, Belle, I know all this is caused by the fact that Syr wanted to fall in love with you, which is actually Freya. I know this entire war game right now where everybody's getting the crap beat out of them, they're dying or whatever, is caused because of love. But just so you know, I love you too. Let's just... Belle should have like PTSD at this point. Like he turns and Ryu says that and goes, please don't. Stop. Please stop. Please stop. I mean, it was all triggered by the idea of Ryu asking him what he's going to do with Freya. Like she's like, dude, we're all here. Everybody from the bar is here because we want to slap some sense into her. We're here to save her. What are you doing? Well, because this all happened because her feelings for me. It's my fault in the end. I'll do anything to stand at her side and help her until it's all over. Yeah. She wants to be equal. Again, technically, Syr/Freya did come to Ryu beforehand and say, is this okay? She asked for permission, which I thought was actually really interesting. That Freya, she came to Ryu and asked her for permission first, which was really odd. And again, that does play into later on when Freya does confront Ryu as Syr again later on, and before, jailing her. The whole idea there was say, hey, I love you more than anybody else. I'll let you be a part of it. Like Freya was willing to bring Ryu into this. Like nobody else can have Belle. To Freya, nobody else can have her. He is mine. But Ryu was different. She's like, Ryu, you can actually be a part of this. You could be a part of this harem. I'll let you have some moments with them too. We'll both get preggers. It was a very weird dynamic there. So I'm very curious in the end if it will be, in fact, Belle and Ryu that confronts Freya in the end. I really do think that Ryu has to be a part of that because Ryu is special to her. But yeah, things get crazy. Lily even jumps in the mix. My girl Lily getting in there too. The dude, I hate that guy now. I hate that guy so bad now. He hitting my Lily. Anybody that hurts Lily is just go to the gulag. Just go straight to execution. But no, Lily getting in there, throwing down smoke bombs and transforming and throwing debuffs and potions and crap. Lily getting in there and scrapping. Hopefully she gets some levels up from this. More than just the one level she's ever gotten. But like I said, pretty much everybody's down except for Vana and King at this point. So I don't know what else Hestia can really do to aid there. But again, Belle, Ryu, and Mia are all going to Otoro. Which if Mia and Otoro are pretty even, I don't see how there'll be much of difficulty with Belle and Ryu involved now. I just don't see this lasting much longer unless Otoro says, okay, now I'm going to show my true form. They're going to do like the here's my true form moment and he just suddenly gets stronger. We'll see. But yeah, super, super crazy bit. Love seeing Anya jump in there. Love seeing Ryu. Finally, again, Ryu, which is a fine character for me, definitely got bumped up like severely with this whole situation. Super cool stuff with her. Again, the whole Astria family and stuff, which honestly, I felt in the past has not been portrayed well. definitely hit home with this whole segment. Maybe I'm just more receptive of it. I can acknowledge that there's a chance that I might just be more receptive of it now than I was before, but I loved it now. But anyways, I think I covered everything. It was a crazy 2 episodes, just massive amounts of hype, really cool stuff. Really looking forward to seeing how this all kind of concludes. But how many more episodes we got? 2 more episodes. Yep, 2 more episodes. 2 more episodes to wrap up this season. Hype levels, dude. I cannot wait. But anyhow, that's my thoughts on the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, hit the like button down below, comment. Additionally, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe before you leave. Like this content, you want to support channel more. I have links in the description below. Greatly appreciate it. Until next time, y'all take care.